Not every war has blood and not every silence has peace. You see this person in red? Yeah, the one that's right in the middle? That's actually me. Feeling like I don't fit in, feeling like I don't belong. But with a shift of perspective, we see that we have all been this person in red. We have all felt like we don't belong, like we don't fit in. I, I personally, I have never been in a war. No tanks, no bullets, no battlefield. But I've fought wars. The kind no one talks about, the kind no one checks upon. The kind that happens with the bedroom's door closed. The war of looking into the mirror and hating what looks back. The war of not being enough. Let's be honest here. We are all fighting something. Something deeper than it appears on the surface. But we have been taught to hide it. To hide it from this world because this world doesn't know what to do with pain that isn't loud or obvious. And the silence is exactly how these wars grow. Because while we are too busy trying to look okay, we are falling apart. We are falling apart, tearing apart from the inside. How many of you are on social media? Well, I believe everyone. Like all of you, I too am on social media and I do scroll through it time and time again. And one thing I do is I start comparing myself to every post that I come across. The post showing people celebrating, glowing, and laughing through the fabricated life that I wish was mine. You know, how that one comment, how it changes your mood. As if it dictates your life. As if it decides your self-worth. We've all been in situations where we don't feel like we belong. Where we don't feel like we fit into this mysterious puzzle called life. And everyone around us thinks that we are okay, that we are fine. Because we perform, we participate, we smile. But here's a confession, or maybe the truth. I, I have smiled when I was breaking from the inside. And all I wanted at that point was someone to notice the pain that I didn't have the words to explain. For someone to say, it's okay to feel this way. And for me to say it and lift off the burden off of my chest by saying, I don't feel all right. I don't know who I am anymore. And for someone to hear that and stay. Let me ask you this. Have you ever cried in a washroom and then smiled 5 minutes later? That's strength. Have you ever felt invisible in your own friend group? That's truth. Have you ever fought yourself harder than the world ever could? That's war. Well, let me tell you about this girl that I know. She said yes to everything. From helping with the homework, staying late for the projects, to covering for others. Even when she was exhausted, even when it costed her her own self, even when all she wanted to say was no. But how could she say no? Because to her, saying no meant demeaning the people who have asked for help. But soon after, she realized that these people whom she cared about, whom she did not wanted to demean, these people did not care. They did not serve the purpose of her life. And soon after, she started learning that helping others, it doesn't mean ignoring your own needs. She realized that we are not the product of others' expectations. We need to protect our own peace. We need to prioritize our own self. Now she still helps people, and she does not prioritize them above her. This might come off as a shock to many of you. But this girl, yeah, the one who said yes to everything, that girl is me. I have been there. The pressure to be perfect, the pressure to be liked, the pressure to be consistent is what is consuming us. We deal with a society where you are allowed to have emotions as long as they don't make anybody else feel uncomfortable. But here's the thing. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who are pushing through the day with a smile when they've cried themselves to the bed last night. The ones who keep showing up when every part of them wants to disappear. And that to me is courage. That isn't weakness. And here's what we don't talk about enough. We're surrounded by people, friends, family, teachers, relatives, classmates, everyone. And yet, so many of us, we completely feel alone. We feel like we don't matter. We live in a world that rewards silence. Stay quiet, stay perfect, stay chill. So we turn ourselves into museums. We only show the pretty parts. We conceal the cracks with filters and jokes. But these cracks are the stories that make us human, the stories which finally get the light of the day. And you know what hurts the most? When the people closest to you dismiss your pain. When you're being told, you're being too dramatic, or other people have it worse. But pain isn't a competition. Let me say this clearly. Pain is not a contest. Just because somebody else is bleeding louder doesn't mean your wounds don't matter. And peace is not perfection. Peace is not in fixing someone. Peace is not in silence. It's in staying. It's in listening. It's in giving someone the space to fall apart without making them feel broken. So, if you're struggling, you're not alone. You're not too sensitive. You're not too weak. You're not too much. You're human. And if you ask me what war and peace means, it's this. Some of the bravest people you'll ever meet are fighting the battles they'll never name. And some of the kindest people you'll ever come across are carrying the pain you'll never know. So maybe, just maybe, peace isn't something we find. Maybe it's something we give. Through listening, through softness, through not walking away when someone finally decides to say that they are not okay. Because not every war has blood, some just leave you numb, and not every silence has peace. Some just begin with a single voice saying, "Me too. I too don't feel okay." Thank you.